Boom, boom. This is kind of really welcome back to the channel. I've got a bit of Destiny Child up today, so we have new world boss up, Loyal Sunah. She's here on the screen. She's a pretty good boss. She does quite a bit of damage. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on in reference to everything. So we've still got the thank you all going today. Today is the last day that you can gather them through here, but you'll still be able to get them within the mission pass and a few other places. You can still get the coins if you want. You should be getting as many of these as you can because there's some really good rewards inside of the forge. They've got new stuff up. They've got child select boxes. They've got amp attack cores. You can get the material. So they've got some really good stuff up. This is all the stuff I've already crafted. 3-year special soul card to select box, a 3-year special spa skin select, and a 3-year special child select. So these are crafted with the celebration coins. So you should be collecting them as often as you can, and get as many as you can to start crafting this. I'm also going to be crafting a lucky box. So yeah. So you definitely want to, collect as many as you can, and you can get them through various means, but just try to get as many as you can before the events close. Another way to get them is inside of the paradise. Each time you roll dice here, you get some coins as well. So yeah, there's various ways to get them throughout the game. So just make sure that you take advantage of all those ways so that you can actually get them. All right, the Wheel of Fortune's back up new. With the world boss. They got some coins in here as well. So as you can see, still got the coins going around as well as some onyx. Okay, so make sure you participate in that as well, of course. Premium attendance. This package was up for me for free, so I'm doing it. It's getting me a lot of onyx, a lot of coins. Make sure you do it because you do get a 5 prism soul card to select. So this is a chance to select special soul cards, which is good. I mean, just in my view, you should be selecting soul cards that are specific for world boss or raids. Okay, PvP is a third option, but I would go for world boss and raids right now because those are the most valuable for placing well inside of the Ragnarok and inside of the world boss. So anytime I say raid, I'm referring to Ragnarok because Ragnarok is considered a raid. So anything that says raid means Ragnarok and Prisms. And world boss identifies as world boss, so you shouldn't have any trouble distinguishing those. So that's the best way, I think. Ragnarok, raid, then world boss, and then PvP. All right, so that's up. So yeah, take place in the previous. We've got a new mission pass up, of course. We've got some draws here. We'll go over those draws. One is for Nezha. And then we've got Loyal Sunah. I got Loyal Sunah. She is gracing my screen. I got her inside of the world boss, inside of the trial mission. You just have to complete 13 of these. I mean, it's real simple, real easy. And you get a copy of her right there. Okay. Plus, inside of the magic mirror, you see a couple more copies for her, as well as Kubaba. Kubaba is actually one of the upchilds in this, along with Nezha. I haven't got Nezha yet. I've done a couple draws on her, but I just haven't been able to actually acquire her yet. Let's take a look at the summons real quick. So we do have, we got a free one. This one's free. A 10 pool, free 10 pool, so always take part in that. Then we got the Nezha. This is the 1-for-1. You get her, it closes. And then Kubaba. If you, I think I've already got Kubaba up to, I think I've got her at 55. I don't know if I'm going to take her up any farther than that. I might. But if you need some more, you can get her here. This is another continuing pool for, and if you want to actually get more. And then we've got a combo, Nezha Kubaba, and then we've got for the actual for the world boss. These just some a box to select some of the childs that you might want to consider using these in world boss. These are the best, according to the devs. These are the best ones to use. I actually have 3 of them in my team currently. I'm still in the process of moving around, finalizing, trying to get a better team. I'm tapping out at about 4.5 million, just under 5 million, and that's exceedingly low for what I would like to be getting, considering I have a fairly decent team. So Sunah is light, so you need to be bringing dark. Let's take a look at her info. As you can see, now this is not what you're going to get from Sunah. Okay, this is the boss Sunah, so this is going to be heavy on damage. Okay, skill gauge decrease 3,000 with this electrocution. That's a DOT. It's a debuff. Damage over time. Deal damage enemies in front. Your front row will be going fast. I started out my first run when I did the boss. I had 3 defenders. Lost my front row about halfway through. Everybody in the front row was dead, and it started to decimate my back row. So I increased to 5 defenders and put in healers. I added 2 more healers. So pretty much my entire front stack is defenders and healers. And then I've got the debuffers and attackers in the far back. But yeah, she hits the front row, so there's really not a whole lot you can do. And that's the reason I'm only getting as many points because I'm dying a lot faster. Normally I can go through an entire world boss and only use maybe 2 or 3. I'm losing literally half. It's just really ridiculous. So yeah, do whatever you can. There are some soul cartridges that add defense in the world boss. You definitely want to apply those. I do have one of those, but it was not. It hasn't been enhanced up very well yet, so it's not helped me with a buff. So she does do a lot of damage. So, like I say, I've got defender, 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 defender. These 3 are defenders. I'm gonna move that and place it here. So these 3 are defenders. This entire front row is groups of defenders. Okay. Okay, and I needed that many. I can survive most of the thing now, but I'm serious. Before they were just telling me down. And then I've got healer, 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 as I said. And then I've got a couple supporters here who assist with that as well. And then I've got my attackers in the back. I'm using Lupin. She gives a good crit rate for dark type allies, and so quite a bit of crit damage there. So that's what I'm using her for. In terms for the world boss, so she's something you might want to consider. And then I've got got Ophis in here, I got Kepri in here, I got Fredge, of course. She's light, so you can put in light attackers. I just put in Mafdet because she's fully ignited. And then I've got Dabby, and of course Eve assisting with attack. And then I've got Love Hate Dabby, not Love Hate Dabby. I think that's Neo Dabby right there. So and then Elizabeth, of course. So these are the ones that I've got as attackers, and I'm getting. I'm getting just shy of 5. I'd like to crack to 5 into 6. The problem is I really don't have good soul cartridges for world boss, which is one of the reasons I was saying using those select boxes to get world boss. I just don't have a lot. Okay, most of I get crappy soul cartridges when I do this. I've got like only 4 soul cartridges for world bosses, and they're select. So meaning that you have to put it on a certain child to get the buff. Like I've I've only got of the 4 or 5 world boss soul bars. 2 are for fire. I've got 1 on Davy, and then 2 of them are for dark. So I've got 1 on Fredge, and I put 1 on Elizabeth because they're my 2 highest damage dark dealers right now. Okay, so it is what it is. So that's one of the reasons I'm not able to get as much damage. But hopefully after this event I'll have several more soul cartridges for world bosses that will be helpful. And make sure you have Kubaba in here, and I'm going to put Nets in here when I get her, just for the up points to get the magic mirror shop. So look, I'm saying, bring in your darks because we are going up against, and she is light, so light, and it's upgrade Sunah. All right. So that is what. Now let's take a look at the Sunah you will get once you get her, which is loyal Sunah. She will be upgraded to upright once you get her. So, first of all, you'll notice the fact that she is the same. So she is still a defender. Let me go ahead and use that real quick. I'm process 11 her up. I decided not to go ahead and purchase something in the shop. All right, so we've got So she deals 384 damage and she grants barrier, absorbs plus 100% damage from all enemy attacks before HP is affected. Cannot be applied at the same time as debuff barrier. The problem is it goes to up to 2 allies. Okay, that's the problem. But in retrospect, and nicely, it goes to the allies with the lowest hit points, including self. Okay, so it is targeted. So only two, but two that need it can get it, and she'll give it to them. So that's good in that terms. But the problem is, as fast as the world boss is taking them down, it's just it not really that much helpful. And the problem is the fact that we're going up against the light boss, so we're using dark. So it's really the buff is not useful for this world boss, but that is not a bad buff if you're running possibly in PvP, a PvP light team or something like that. That would be a very good buff. So it's not a bad leader buff. All right, and then we've got deals damage, grant taunt. So as always, taunt is good. Unfortunately, you do not want to taunt this boss because if she comes after you, it will be really bad. Okay, to activate self for 12 seconds. You don't increase the def to hopefully take on those attacks. And the defense is much stronger if you have multiple light allies inside of there. Okay, up to 10. So going up against the dark boss, she would really, really, really be good in terms of that. All right, so keep that in mind. Then triple plum fist deals damage to 2 enemies and grants taunt to self. So basically, she's going to be as most light. She's a taunter, not a barrier. So she's not bad, not a bad character at all. Something you might want to consider. She would be really good, a really good defender going up against a dark boss. All right, so that's the character you're going to get. And like I say, you should be able to get her from the mission reward, and you should be able to get 2 copies of her inside of the. So you should be able to get her at +2, just from within the game. And let's go ahead and take a look at. Not Kubaba. Everybody knows Kubaba. Let's go ahead and take a look at Nezha. Okay, so she deals auto attack, of course. Tempered fire deal 395 damage, 70% chance to nullify electrocution. This is the reason why you need her in World Boss. You'll have a better chance of surviving if you have her in there because she nullifies this electrocution. Unfortunately, it's only for 2 allies, but it prioritizes the ones that are electrocuted, which meaning you're not. See, a lot of cases she would just nullify electrocution and she would put it on 2 random allies, and they might not even end up getting electrocuted. Fortunately, this actually will nullify the electrocution on 2 allies who actually have it. Okay, so that's good. So good. Deals 700 grant double-edged sword attack up and down 5 dark Talboss for 16 seconds on world boss. Skill charge changing. Okay, so the reason I did not purchase in the shop the automatic 50, you can take a character up to 50 immediately with purchasing it in the shop. I didn't do that because I'm going to be using on her when I get her, so I can put her in. I think she'll give me what I need. Okay, because basically she is actually perfect for this. She is the perfect child for this world boss, okay? Which is why she is the draw-only child, okay? Remember what I said a while back? In every event, there's 2 childs. There's a free child, which is okay, okay? Sunah is not a bad child, but she's really specific if you're going to do a light team, but most people don't run light in PvP. Water's still meta. And Earth is coming up onto it. But right now, so the one that's really, 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 really valuable is the one that you get from drawing. And this is the case. Basically, Nezha is a light world boss leader. Okay, that's what she's designed for. She's designed specifically to go up against light bosses because you're going to be using dark allies. Right here. 8 TAC, 18% for dark type allies, and on world boss it's 20% for dark type allies. So that is why she's here. So I'm going to wait one more day, and if I don't get her in one more day, I'm going to start pulling for her heavily. I plan to probably pull on her heavily anyway, simply because of the fact that I really don't have. I have an excellent leader for light. Okay, I have an excellent leader for water. Okay, and I have an excellent leader in fire and earth, but I do not have a dark type leader until now. So she is something that I actually need. I've got several dark characters that focus, and even some that will actually assist a little bit better on world boss, but nothing that gives a flat 18%, 20% attack. That's an excellent buff. That makes her perfect for this. So that's exactly what you're looking for in terms of that. So both of these characters, are important, and Nezha is made specifically to counter Sunah's electrocution that she's throwing out. Okay, so that's why. So you need to get her. Not to mention the fact that she has a dragon in her. She's sitting on a dragon, which is just cool. So you want to get her just simply for that as well. Okay, so yeah, so Nezha is definitely a pull for her. So go in on her, and it's the 1-to-1. So as you can see, I've already drawn it on it 2 times. Remember, there is a pity, so you will get her at 15. I've never actually made it. I think the most I've had to draw is 5 times. I think one time I drew 5 times and got the spa skin, and then I got her on the 6th. This one I got her on the 3rd, so I just got her because it's guaranteed for her. So whenever you see a 5, it's going to be her. Okay, so there she is. So carefree Nezha. Did I get anything else good? No, couple 4s. Sometimes you'll get 2. I have actually gotten 2 of the actual 1-for-1 child in it before. Nothing on this case. So we do have Nezha. So what I was talking about is, so now that we've got Nezha, let's take this to dark. And we'll go ahead and put her on the actual, we'll go ahead and put her out as the actual child since she is the most important one. To do that, you just click on favorite. Okay, and that will switch her to this. So that's a pretty cool look, actually. The wind dragons not really fly. Let's go something a little bit more. Let's do this Lantern Festival. Okay, yeah, that looks a little bit better. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and let me show you what it is. Now, what I was talking about, you go into the into the Scarlet Collection, and you go to Growth, and right here you can get Max Enhancement Childs. Okay, so you do the 5 because she's a 5-star. Okay, so just purchase that. Okay, and confirm that, and this will take her up to 50. Okay. So you just go out, basically, then you go to your mailbox, and it'll be claimed right here. It's called a Hypercosmum. Then you go to Carefree Nezha, and we're going to level combine her, and we're going to apply that to her and combine. Now she's at max 50, so she's immediately ready. I can do all the awakening on her, get her up to S. You want to fully awaken her and get her up to S before you stick her in there. Understand that she is going to be the staple of this particular event, and you get a child training mission, so you get the crystal. I think it's crystals. Yeah, 1,500 crystals back. So I would seriously suggest drawing for her because she's a really good leader buff. Excellent. So then what you're going to do is you're going to, of course, and you're going to evolve her. So we have to use our mats for that. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I'm gonna have to bring some up. Okay, so she's now 6-star. Okay, so, but she's still at, level 1. Okay, so then you can go back into the shop. And go to Growth, and then you choose the 6-man enhancement child, and you purchase that. And then you go out, and then you go to the mailbox, and then you claim it. And this is called a Gigacosmum. I receive this stuff too because I need that. Okay, so then you go back to go for Nezha. This is why I put her on the desktop when I want to do this, because it's just a whole lot easier doing it that way. So now she's up to 60 max. Okay. So now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to awaken her. So I won't bore you with all this simply because of the fact that it's going to go through that, and I don't have enough time to do that. But so you want to fully awaken her. I do have enough. I have 446,000 onyx. So I'm going to pull get her up to S. I'll pull some really excellent equipment from one of the others that's already enhanced at 15 that matches her, and then I'll pull one of the soul cartas that has to do with dark attacking or dark for world boss, and I'll stick that on her as well. Stick her in and put her up as my leader, and hopefully this should do it. I think it will, but you know, that's going to be a long drawn out process. I'll let you know in the next video. Okay, so that's what you definitely want to go for her. She's a very good child, and I'm going to get some more enhancement rewards here. So I got her spa skin now. So you really don't have to worry much about spa skins anymore. I find that just bringing them up to 60 gets a spa skin. So anytime I get a child that I really want to focus on, I just do that and get the spa skin that way. So I've gotten all the spa skins that I've wanted over the time, over the future. So that's good. All right, so we've got the mission pass, as I said. The summons, pity summons for Nezha right here. Her limiting mission. Okay, one to actually, if you want to purchase her, but if you want to purchase more copies of her, you can get some copies in here. Here's her spa skin. That's irrelevant to me now. I've already got it. Training mission to get her up, of course. Training mission for Susan. Then we've got a Methuselah time limited mission right here. So this is just achieve in a single world boss battle, and this is going to be a problem for me because it's not sure I'm going to be able to actually complete that portion of the actual thing. So because this is in one battle, this is not time-consuming overall battles. I have to see how far I can get up with the new child. Then we've got another things, and here are some more of the coins. And basically, just play the world boss. I've already played it 13 times, and I got some more times to play it, so I'll be able to get this reward. And you got some more of the your golden coins there for the enhancement materials, as I said. And then we've got a Hecate's mission right here. Read the stuff inside of the library, and you get some. They're like light crystals, but I've got buku crystals, except for fire. I really would like all of these to be fire. They usually are, but for this time they chose light. I guess simply because of the fact that we got a light boss. So it is what it is. So that's up as well. Okay. We've also got the Devil Pass, as always. Okay. Devil Pass. Get the rewards. Of course, if you do purchase the seal, you will get another copy of Sunah. Okay. And you will get Sunah's actual, that's a fascinating looking hot spring outfit there. And then you will get the outfit for Nezha. Like I say, I already got that. I just got that from the time limited to get her up to 60. You'll get that way. So that's what's in there. So that is everything that's new in terms of that. So the world boss is up. It's going to be up. I think it's going to be for 12 more days. It should be. 9 more days. Okay, so 9 more days this will be up. So get in there and get as much as you coin. Now in terms of what you want to purchase, pretty much standard fare. You probably want to get the copies of Sunah. This 2 more copies of Sunah, as well as the 2 that you got. You can get her up to 4 or 5. So that's really good. Like I say, I don't see her, if you're running a lot of light characters in PvP, you might want to try to go all out on her, because she would be a good for PvP team. But you definitely, and if Rider Kubaba, I think I've already got her taken care of. If not, I'll probably snatch that. In other terms, you want to try to get some of the tickets. Of course, you always want to get this. This should be your first purchase. An attack core lucky box. This is a guaranteed attack core. Okay. Your other purchases should be the napping places are good, but you definitely want to get these. Okay. Because you need these to actually take your child's up to 6 star. So you want to get those. They got some lanterns and stuff in here, and you also want to snatch up core material, but they don't have any um, attack core material. So it is what it is. Then what's left over, then you can maybe go with this, get some of the 5-star tickets or stuff like that. But always go for that attack core lucky box. That's a guaranteed attack core, full attack core, not pieces. That's one full core, which you can immediately apply to ignition for one of your PvP members if you haven't already got them done. All right, so that's where we're at. So that's it. Pretty simple, pretty standard. Nothing too far out there. So yeah, definitely want to go for Nezha. She is definitely a world boss leader. Going up against anytime you're going up against a light world boss, you should definitely consider putting her in there. She's really pegged to go up against simply because of the fact that she removes that electrocution, and I'm almost positive that that's what's annihilating the front row is the electrocution. Okay. And she's electrocuting and she's focusing on the front row. I'm serious. As you saw him, I think I had to switch to 5 defenders. I've never needed 5 defenders before. I usually put 3 defenders, and then I supplement pretty much the front with a lot of support characters and debuffers. Okay, and then I stick a bunch of attack on the far end, and that's getting me good. I've got an 8,000. I've got 9,000 inside of. I actually got 11,000 in bosses before, but this one's a little bit different, and I'm pretty sure it's this electrocution. So I'm hoping that this will take me up. And I'll have to do a little reworking. Okay, like I say, just shy of 5 is on the average. I have hit. I think I hit 5. I went over 5 once. I mean, the first time, the first boss that I just wasn't really paying much attention, and stuck them in there. And I come back and I looked at it, and I had like 3,000 damage, and I'm like, what? And then I started paying attention to realize that my front row was getting wiped out almost within halfway through the battle. They were all dead. So that's when I switched around and did that. So you're going to put a lot of defenders, a lot of healers, a lot of support. Okay, and that's to do that, you're gonna have to, unfortunately, scamp on your attackers, and that's what's happening to me. Okay, normally I'll have at least 4, maybe 5 more attackers. And I just got no room for them now. I need it for healing and defense to stop her from completely obliterating the front row. Because once the front row dies, the back row goes for shortly after. That's just the way the game goes. So I'm hoping this will mitigate pretty much both of the factions that she does, as well as give me the attack buff, which hopefully will allow me to stick to maybe take out some of the support and some of the defense. And go more for an attack. Add a couple more attackers, dark attackers preferably, of course. And this will, of course, then ramp up the damage. So we'll have to see how it goes. But I got to do a few things with her before I'm ready to do that. All right, so thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Once you've subscribed, you'll see the bell. Click on the bell, and YouTube will notify you when I do drop a video. And also remember to like and share the videos. It does help the channel immensely. It's the Skinner coming at you from the corner. Signing out.